In the result, we make the following order. 1. This court has exclusive jurisdiction to hear the application by the economic freedom fighters. 2. The Democratic Alliance application for direct access is granted. 3. The remedial action taken by the public protector against President J Zuma in terms of Section 182(1)(c) of the Constitution is binding. 4. The failure by the President to comply with the remedial action taken against him by the public protector in her report, of 19 March 2014 is inconsistent with Section 83(b) of the Constitution, read with Sections 181(3) and 182(1)(c) of the Constitution, and is invalid. 5. The National Treasury must determine the reasonable costs of those measures implemented by the Department of Public Works and the President's Nkandlagate homestead that do not relate to security, namely the visitor center, the amphitheater, the cattle kraal, the chicken run, and the swimming pool only. 6. The National Treasury must determine a reasonable percentage of the cost of those measures which ought to be paid personally by the President. 7. The National Treasury must report back to this court on the outcome of its determination within 60 days of the date of this order. 8. The President must personally pay the amount determined by the National Treasury in terms of paragraphs 5 and 6 above within 45 days of this court's signification of its approval of the report. That is the report by the National Treasury. 9. The President must reprimand the ministers involved pursuant to paragraph 11.1.3 of the Public Protector's remedial action. 10. The resolution passed by the National Assembly absolving the President from compliance with the remedial action taken by the Public Protector in terms of Section 182(1)(c) of the Constitution is inconsistent with Sections 42(3), 55(2)(a) and (b), and 181(3) of the Constitution, is invalid and is set aside. 11. The President, the Minister of Police, and the National Assembly must pay costs of the applications, including costs of 2 counsel, and I hand down this judgment. Thank you. The court will adjourn.